One choice, one mistake, one city erased from the world. This is not myth. This is not fantasy. This is the true story of how Troy fell, not in a single night, not in one battle, but slowly, quietly, unstoppable. Paris, a prince of Troy, not forged for war, not shaped by battle, just a man who believed desire mattered more than consequence. When Paris arrived in Sparta, he did not come with soldiers or swords. He came with charm, with words, with destiny disguised as love. And then he saw her, Helen, the most desired woman in the known world. She was not only beautiful, she was important. She was a political bond, an alliance carved in flesh. She was the wife of King Menelaus, a queen by law, a promise of peace between nations, but love ignores borders, and desire refuses restraint. Paris took Helen, not in secret, not in silence. He took her openly, in defiance of kings, in defiance of history itself. And with her, he carried away Troy's future. This was not romance. This was a declaration of war written by fate. Menelaus did not beg. Menelaus did not hesitate. He summoned kings and reminded them of a vow. Years earlier, the rulers of Greece had sworn together, "If Helen is ever taken, we will rise together." That vow now demanded blood. Ships filled the sea. Armor shouted beneath the sun. From every shore, from every kingdom, armies marched toward one name, Troy. At their head stood Agamemnon, a king who did not dream of rescue, but of ruin. He did not want Helen returned. He wanted Troy erased. But within his army walked something greater than kings, someone feared even by gods. Achilles, son of the sea goddess Thetis, raised on prophecy, shaped by war. His mother tried to make him immortal. Sacred waters touched his skin, but one part was forgotten, the heel, one weakness in a body destined for legend. Achilles knew his time would be short, but he also knew his name would not be. He did not sail for Greece. He did not sail for law. He sailed for memory, not to survive, but to become immortal in story. The Greek army struck Troy like iron rain, but Troy did not fall. Its walls stood like mountains. Its gates refused surrender. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. The beach became a graveyard. The sea tasted salt and sorrow. Fathers died. Sons replaced them. And Troy still stood. The city mocked destruction itself. Inside the Greek camp, hope decayed, until Agamemnon committed the one act that would change everything. He insulted Achilles. He shattered his honor. He reduced legend to servant, and the greatest warrior ever born walked away. Without Achilles, Greece weakened. Battles were lost. Morale shattered. And Troy breathed again. For the first time in years, the city dared to believe in survival. But Troy would answer Greece with its own champion, Hector, a prince, a husband, a father, not a seeker of fame, not a hunter of glory, a protector. He fought not for history books, but for tomorrow. So his child would grow. So his wife would awaken. So Troy would breathe one more dawn. Achilles hunted eternity. Hector defended life. Two worlds now moved toward each other, and destiny unsheathed its blade. Hector struck first, and when Achilles' closest friend fell, something ancient awoke. Not grief, not sorrow, rage, a force older than gods. Achilles returned, not as a warrior, not as a hero, but as annihilation wearing flesh. The sea grew quiet. The wind held breath, and Troy stood in silence. Two men, one city, one destiny. Steel met steel. Will collided with fate, and when silence returned, Hector was gone, and with him, Troy's heart. The walls remained, but something had vanished. The soul of Troy was gone. The Greeks saw it. Troy still lived, but it no longer breathed, and Greece learned one truth. Walls do not win wars, minds do. So they changed their weapon. They abandoned the sword and lifted deception. They built a colossus from wood, a horse, silent, massive, empty to the eye, deadly in truth. They left it at Troy's gates. A gift, a promise, a farewell. The Trojans argued, some feared it, some trusted it, but hope is louder than wisdom. Against all warnings, the horse was dragged inside. That night, Troy slept, and the horse opened. Men descended, gates unlocked, and fire walked free. Darkness fell upon the city. Screams climbed into the heavens. Homes collapsed. Families vanished. And Troy became memory. The war was over, but history was born. Achilles did not escape fate. An arrow would find him. One weakness, one ending. Hector lived forever, in memory, in voice, in mourning. And Troy became warning. Troy was never just a city. It was pride built of stone, desire written in flame. It was a mirror held up to mankind. Its ruins still whisper, no wall stands forever, no empire outlives arrogance, no war ends in glory, only memory remains, only loss remains. Troy did not fall by accident. It was destroyed by choice. And history never forgets the cost of choice. No crown avoids consequence. No power outruns destiny. No flame burns without shadow. And no war births victory. Only legend, only silence, only ruin. And still, the world whispers one word, Troy, not as a place, but as a warning, not as stone, but as fire. And history remembers not who won, but who disappeared. And Troy disappeared into eternity.